divisibility rules. When we need to break numbers down as a product of prime numbers, we need to know our divisibility rules. It will be very easy to break the numbers if we know them. If we know the divisibility rules, it will be so easy. I guarantee you that it is gonna be very easy to break down the numbers. Now, what are these divisibility rules? Well, divisibility by 2. When a number is divisible by 2, if a number ends in the digit of 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, which are called even number, right? Then this number is divisible by 2. For example, the number 108, is this divisible by 2? Yes, because the last digit is 8. Therefore, you can break this down as a 2 times something, which is 54. See, it's divisible by 2. Now, another example. This huge number, 402,432, is this divisible by 2? Yes, the last digit ends in 2, therefore is divisible by 2. Now, another example. Let's see. Is this number divisible by 2? The last digit is 3, therefore it's not divisible by 2. Another example. 200. Is this number divisible by 2? The last digit ends in 0, so therefore it is divisible by 2. Let's look at another divisibility rule. When a number is divisible by 3, a number will be divisible by 3 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 3, meaning that you will find it in your times table. For example, let's look at this number. 207. Is this divisible by 3? Let's add the digits. 2 plus 0 plus 7 add up to 9. And yes, number 9 is divisible by 3. Therefore, 207 is divisible by 3. So it means you can break this down as 3 times something, correct? Now, let's look at another number. Let's add up the digits. 1 plus 1 plus 0 plus 5 plus 2 plus 8. 1 plus 1 is 2. Then 2 plus is 7 plus 2 plus 8. 9 plus 8 will give you 17. So is 17 divisible by 3? Well, remember 3 times 5 is 15 and 3 times 6 is 18. Therefore, no, it's not divisible by 3. Therefore, this huge number is not divisible by 3. Another divisibility rule will be divisibility by 5. When a number is divisible by 5, if the last digit or if the number ends in a 0 or 5. Now, if it ends in 0 or 5, then the number is divisible by 5. Let's have a few examples here. Now, let's think about this number. Is this divisible by 5? Well, the last digit ends in 0, therefore, yes, it's divisible by 5. Another number, 200. Is this divisible by 5? Yes, because the last digit ends in 0. So it means you can break this as a 5 times something. Alright, now let's look at another number. Let's say you have a number like this. Is this divisible by 5? Yes, the last digit is 5, therefore it's divisible by 5. Is this number divisible by 5? The last digit ends in 3, therefore is not divisible by 5. The next prime number is 7. Do we need to know the divisibility rule by 7? No, we don't need to know it. There is one, you can Google it, that you need to add the digits of the number with the multiplication of the digits in a certain way of 1, 2, and 3, which it will be too much work. It will be easier if you just get the number and divide it by 7, and if the division comes evenly, then yes, the number is divisible by 7. Okay, now what will be the next rule? The next rule will be by 10. When a number is divisible by 10, a number is divisible by 10 if the last digit ends in 0. For example, 80 is divisible by 10, 90 divisible by 10, 4050 divisible by 10 because the last digit ends in 10. What about by the 100? Now let's see. 5200, is this divisible by 100? Yes, because there are 2 zeros, therefore the number is divisible by 100. So if it ends in 2 zeros, it means the number is divisible by 100. And yes, it is divisible by 10 as well. But you will really want to break it down as a 52 times 100 rather than breaking it down as 520 times 10. Okay, so if a number ends in zeros, then it will be divisible by 10, 100, 1000, right? 1000, yeah, a number can be divisible by 1000 as well. 52,000, you can break it down as a 52 times 1000, right? Because you have 3 zeros. So the zeros will tell you if a number is divisible by 10, 100, 1000, and so on and so on. Okay? All these divisibility rules will come in handy when you're breaking the numbers down. Really helpful if you know them very well. So make sure you know your divisibility rules when you come to writing a number as a product of prime numbers.